Shalom. In chapter 16 of Genesis, we enter a moment of tension between divine promise and human impatience. God has already promised Abram descendants as numerous as the stars, yet years have passed. Sarai remains barren. The promise feels distant. Silence stretches across time. So Sarai acts. In the ancient Near Eastern world, her decision was culturally legitimate. A barren wife could give her servant to her husband to bear a child on her behalf. This was not scandalous. It was structured, legal, practical. But Genesis is not merely recording culture. It is revealing the human heart under pressure. Sarai gives Hagar, her Egyptian servant, to Abram, and Abram agrees without resistance. The language subtly echoes Eden, taking and giving. A quiet reminder that grasping for fulfillment outside of patient trust often fractures relationships. When Hagar conceives, the hierarchy shifts. The once marginal servant now carries the only visible evidence of God's promise. Sarai feels diminished. Conflict erupts. Abram withdraws responsibility, telling Sarai to handle it herself. Power collapses inward, and Hagar, oppressed and pregnant, flees into the wilderness. Here, the story pivots. In the desert, far from tents, status, and patriarchy, the angel of the Lord finds her beside a spring. Not Abram, not Sarai, Hagar. This is the first annunciation of a birth in Scripture. The first time God speaks directly to a woman. The first time a marginalized foreign servant receives a promise of multiplied descendants. She is told to name her son Ishmael. God hears. Heaven is not indifferent to affliction. And then something astonishing happens. Hagar names God, El Roi, the God who sees me. In a narrative dominated by patriarchs, covenant promises, and future nations, the text pauses to affirm a profound theological truth. The covenantal God is also the personal God. He sees the unseen. He hears the unheard. Genesis 16 is not merely a story of human failure. It is a revelation of divine attention. It exposes what happens when promise is forced rather than trusted. It shows how fear and insecurity distort relationships, but it also demonstrates that even when human plans complicate history, God remains present in the wilderness. The child born from impatience will become a nation. The tension will ripple through generations. Yet the deeper message remains. Before Isaac is born, before the covenant is sealed in flesh, before Israel exists as a people, God reveals himself as the one who sees the vulnerable. Genesis 16 teaches us that divine promise unfolds in time, but divine compassion moves immediately. And in the desert, beside a quiet spring,